Hello. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to the Chau Chi tunnels. That's right, we are doing some history exploring. We're going to go see the tunnels that the Vietnam used to fight from. We're going to shoot some AK-47s and we're going to learn a bit of history, go down a few booby traps, do you know what I mean? See exactly what happened in this Vietnamese war. Now, if you don't know already, I'm not much of a historian. I like to learn history, but when I come to these places, I enjoy learning the good side more than the bad. But I feel like this is a very important chapter of Vietnam, so I feel like I'm going to make an exception to learn about the bad stuff. And if you haven't seen already, we went to the War Museum yesterday and it was quite graphic. Like I said, I didn't know much, so to learn what actually went on is pretty bad. If you haven't seen it, go check it out and it'll make this video a lot easier to understand. But we are at the first stop. We've stopped off at a handicapped handcrafts. So basically there was a chemical used called Agent Orange, which killed a lot of people, but it also affected a lot of people later on in life. Like I said, go back to the other vlog, you'll see exactly what happened. So yeah, let's get in there, check it out, and then get back on the road and go see these tunnels, man.
Inlay, eggshell, seashell, and hand painting together. We paint the red color here because the red is national color Vietnam, lucky and happiness color. And you can see here we only hand painting, don't use any machine for scanning or printing. So after finish, everything is different. Yeah. And now come here and show you how to inlay the eggshells. That is why, please.
Pretty cool.
Inlay eggshell that here we only use the eggshell. We don't use chicken eggshell because the eggshell is stronger and thicker than chicken eggshell. The white is natural color and the brown is burning color. At first, we break the eggshell one by one, piece by piece until break and stick with lacquer. The lacquer is the oil from lacquer tree mixed with cashew oil together. And here, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Is it sound? No. Yeah, this is eggshell powder.
So crushed up. Yeah.
It looks like sand or salt. Actually, this eggshell powder, and we have many signs different. And this is after inlaying the eggshell of wood. You can brush
This one's phone going on.
So that one's fire.
Oh yeah.
So we have to polishing with sandpaper and redstone. And now come here to inlay seashells. Friend, I will show you how to know which one is real one. If you put it under light, you can see the rainbow color like this. It's a real waterproof. It's only white color. It's plastic, and we collect it from Phú Quốc, Iceland. Yeah. And at first, we scanning by hand or design on the motherprint. Yeah. And then cutting by the hand saw, and the hand saw it makes a steel so very sharp and strong. To get the detail. Burn lacquer oil on the top of the picture, and we have 3 times mixing. First time by redstone, second time and last time by sandpaper. 3 times mixing that go around 1.5 weeks, and after 3 times mixing, we try the bitter under the sunlight in a few days, and then shining by hand to fill the product. To make it shiny, here we use car cream. Car cream mixed with lemon juice, hot water, and a turtle wash. Stir and then cover a little bit on the top of the picture, and then shine it by hand until it's shiny. This is before, and he is after. So every.
Yeah, that's absolutely mental. I mean, are they the same? I think so. I think they've got eggshell and the painted. I mean, I would love to get a look at that one. That's out of shells. That's bloody mental. And we have arrived. So I think they said we watched like a short film or something on the tunnels before we get going, so I'll show you a little bit of that and then we'll get on down there. Like I said, you can shoot AK-47s here as well, so please believe I will be partaking in that. So yeah, I think this is like a map of the tunnels and stuff. But I guess we'll learn about everything on the way. So, we are in the tunnels. But I'm joking. Imagine if you got here and this is what it looked like. I'd be absolutely fuming. No, I think we're making our way to the forest. So like they show you the booby traps that they used to use like under the ground and stuff like that. I think there's 100 meters of tunnel to go through that they've obviously made bigger so people can go in. But I thought they'd made it like massive, but apparently it's only like 50 centimeters bigger on each, you know, like length and width. So not awful, but obviously you can't go through the full thing. I think they said there used to be 250 kilometers before the US dropped a napalm on it and took it down to 100. So yeah, it's very good, isn't it?
In 1945, South Vietnam Army and US Army, they used military off bomb. They put over here. The airplane destroyed. You see on the ground airplane, you know, destroyed, no trees, nothing. But in the sky, the US helicopter with aircraft control. So underground at the time, this was a tunnel system. The tunnel system had 3 layers. The first layer about 3 meters deep from the ground. Second layer 6 to 8 meters deep from the ground. And the last layer about 12 meters deep from the ground. A lot of tunnel system, the many secret entrances like the tunnel. The vehicle, they use entrance in all the tunnel when they move. When they move down underground, they had to camouflage carefully, because if they didn't camouflage, it would be very easy for American soldiers to see and punish chemical poison inside. Go underground, yeah, a lot of tunnel system, yeah, they also make secret doors. When they escape to another place, they also close the door between each layer. But on the first layer of tunnel system, some tunnel area were enlarged into the bunker. This one, the meeting bunker, kitchen bunker, hospital bunker, quarantine bunker, fighting bunker. In the kitchen bunker, Vietcong, they cook only one time in the morning. They cook ready position. But you see, the chimney, when they built very small chamber. They use the bamboo pipe connected the chamber together. When they cook ready position, the smoke come and store ready chamber, and slowly come up in the morning. The smoke look like the fog. Difficult for your army look up like they cook.
What it smells?
Yeah, I will tell you later.
Oh, sorry.
At that time, you know, they had to place the air hose, the chimney far from the bunker. They cook about 100 meters, because if they place it in the bunker, in case US soldiers recognize that they drop bomb in the bunker, they cook not enough time for them to escape. So they have to place the chimney far from the bunker. They cook about 100 meters. The second layer, Vietcong, they use to communicate or support each other when fighting. The last layer, Vietcong, they use to escape to Saigon River in emergency. They didn't use the second or the last layer for living, because the tunnel very tiny, not enough air for them to breathe. So they only use the first layer of the tunnel for living, because some tunnel area were enlarged into the bunker. A lot of tunnel system, you also see Vietcong, they built many ventilation holes, the air holes. They use the bamboo trees. They make them into the bamboo pipe. They place them a lot of tunnel to get the air for the people living underground. But the bamboo pipe is very small, not enough air for them to push a lot of people at that time. On this one, the bomb shelter. On this one, the water well. Vietcong, they didn't believe the water upstream or the river. They worry when American army or South Vietnam army attack the area. They put the poison there, so they only use the water in the tunnel. But on the last layer, you see many booby traps. Why? Vietcong, they set many traps inside their family. You know, on February 1967, US soldiers detected the entrance lighting to the tunnel. But the entrance very small, only right the size of Vietcong living here. But the size of US soldiers bigger than engine. They knew Vietcong moving underground, but they couldn't go inside. Then later, U.S. Army cut you the ocean from sea allied country from Australia, New Zealand, Philippines. They chose the small body soldier like Vietcong living here. They call them the tunnel rats. They use them to get inside to fight them. So you know Vietcong when it's captured Saigon River, they use the trap they set here and they trap them. Whole Vietcong at the tunnel, they carry the soil to fill bomb crater.
So that's the shovel that they used to dig with to get these holes out. They had no machines whatsoever. They used shovel and a basket.
That's the tunnel. Center of the capital of South Vietnam. Dinh Độc Lập, that means independent palace, that's the headquarters of the South Vietnam. So this is Tam Sơn Nhất Airport, the airport when you fly to Ho Chi Minh City, the plane landed on. But during the wartime, it's where the U.S. military base. So this is Saigon River, Saigon River. Saigon River. From here to Cam border, about 45 kilometers only. Blue color area, that's the jungle. Yeah, the jungle. The red triangle places in the jungle. At that time, they were the headquarters of Vietcong. In 1948,
the headquarters of Vietcong
of
in
Vietcong,
Thailand.
near the border Cambodia.
Near the border.
Yeah, the headquarters of Vietcong located at the end of Ho Chi Minh Trail. But the road, the North Vietnam, they decided to build more than 1,600 kilometers. Via Laos, Cambodia, ASEAN, right here. Then later, the North Vietnam Army, they use that road, they supply the weapon, the food for Vietcong living in the area. Then in 1948, the tunnel system was actually positioned by Viet Minh Force. Here, At that time, it was simple. Only 17 kilometers. They use the tunnel system right here to keep the documents and the weapon to fight against Army. Ice people, they from the North Vietnam.
So this area, the red, is where the Vietcong, which is the North Vietnamese that come to the south, this is where they were, and all these black lines are the bunkers underground, and these are the south military bases. So it's pretty large. We are just here. So obviously you don't get to see the whole thing because the whole thing's absolutely massive, but that's a little explanation for you of what's going on. Like I said, it's better him to explain than me because I don't have Scooby. But we're going to go into the jungle first rather than watch the video, because he basically said that it's going to be better for us to go to the jungle first, it'll be less busy. So yeah, let's get going.
When they move
So
out,
these are the entrances
camouflage something on the top of the lake
that they used to go in and out of. I'm not getting in, I'm too buff to fit in, you know what I mean, but they were even smaller than that when it actually happened. But yeah, these was like an entrance into the tunnels, the main thing, so they'd camouflage them obviously with all the leaves and stuff like that. We'll watch someone else getting in, because let's be honest, we're not fitting in there, are we?
The wood. The wood. They did.
Right, whilst everyone's squeezing into tight holes, this is a bomb crater. Quite mental. Where's he gone? See what I mean? We're too warm for that.
Come around here. Lúc anh có chui không? Anh đây lúc anh có chui không?
Có thể một bạn.
Dạ em đợi. So we got one more group. This is our turn.
Okay.
Alright, maybe we're not warm enough to fit in. That's a bit of a reality check, isn't it? Need to get back in the gym, get these guns going. And then this is basically how they'd camouflage the air holes, so they'd have bamboo pipes going all the way down to the bottom like you've seen before, and they'd basically make it like a termite mount, so it didn't look like an air hole. So this is one of the traps that they used to use.
So have a look at this one. We sing the same song, so we will explain everything.
You see inside the holes, yeah. But they trap on the spot. Yeah, on the bottom.
This one is
On the bamboo spine, yeah,
trap.
they put the poison there. When someone fall out the trap, on the sharp bamboo spine in the bottom, penetrate their body. They make their body injured slightly. The poison on the bamboo spine make the victim.
So they put poison on the spikes as well, so when they fell in,
Yeah.
proper dead.
So this is
Yeah, underground the tunnel also
So this is
very
a bit
short.
of a better
Can you
representation.
imagine what happened with them?
So
if they leave too
that's
long?
where they'd have that air hole, and basically they'd have it obviously a bit off the ground, so the water wouldn't go in. But where they built the mounts, they were on higher ground, so that the water would run down the other way and not go into the hole.
Okay, I think you
So this is how big they actually were, like the real size of the tunnels, which is absolutely mental. You don't catch me climbing through that. So this is also another one of the tanks that was actually used in the war, and it's absolutely crazy to think that the Americans had tanks, bombs, like all of the military equipment that they had, and they still lost to the Viet Cong, which were literally recycling bombs that didn't blow up to make landmines. And that is just, I feel like that it's one of the biggest victories in history. The fact that these people had nothing and they managed to take on the biggest army potentially in the world. Like, it's mental. But yeah, that tank was actually used in the war. Like, that genuinely would have had soldiers in firing it, and yeah, crazy. And once the war that was ended and the vehicles were left here, basically the people that lived in the area, because they didn't have much at all, they'd come and they took everything off that they possibly can to sell and obviously get money from. So yeah, this is literally original. I mean, I'm assuming it's been put onto this concrete slab. Not too sure, but you can see, like, I'm guessing that's happened in battle, smashing off something. But yeah, so they've took everything they can take. They basically took. Like, it's completely empty. That is mental.
Here under the water. They on the
some
trap here
traps
on the
here.
ice because they put the portion there. This one is named sticking trap. They make this trap with 4 iron sticks on the position like it. When someone step on the trap, the weight of the body press on the trap. The 4 iron stick on the position. Together pop out and penetrate the leg of the victim.
So when the platform's lifted, all them spikes are inside. So obviously when you stand on it, 4 spikes straight into your leg.
Gripping RB trap.
Oh,
You see, it keep the balance like this one. When someone step on the trap, his
And this bit.
automatic action was to open his arm to sit something. He motion the trap also open like it. On sit such RB.
So they'd go under and the spikes would go straight up their arm.
This one,
Rolling cup.
the rolling trap. Can you imagine what happened with the body when someone fall out of the trap? You see, I think from the left, the belly, the hip,
Just shred,
the shoulder.
just shreds.
That's right, yeah, that's
shred
right, yeah.
through you.
Not on the body, injured, but the sharp iron stick on the running.
And once you're down, to get up,
Yeah,
you need to get
pull,
past
that's
spike
right,
again, yeah.
That's right. So this one, the window track, you see on the 2 doors of the window, many sharp iron stick up or down. When the other time the window closed, when someone step on the window, the 2 doors of the window open like it. On the body of the victim stuck right here. He couldn't move up or down because iron stick on the window. Yeah. So that's one. The
Folding
chair
chair.
trap.
Oh, no way.
You see, it's
an
not
actual
like the
folding
mouth
chair.
of alligator when he eating. Step on it, both sides close, and keep the legs
So
right there. Yeah,
a bit like bear trap.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So this one the same over there.
Yes.
So this one the fish trap, or they call the horn trap. It look like the tune the local people in the
Oh, it's
countryside Vietnam
barbed
used
as
to catch
well.
the fish in the river. The Viet Cong they place it underwater. U.S. soldier cross the Streamer River underwater. He step on it. The hit leg stuck right here. When hit leg stuck right here, he needed his friend come to help him. That's the good target for Viet Cong to ambush near here to kill him. They call this one the fish trap. Another one, yeah,
Seesaw trap.
seashore trap. You see, When someone step one side the trap to another side, yeah, hit him on the head. Yeah. So that's one, the special one. On the trap like this, will hunt on the trees. And Việt Còn, they use the string connected with the trap. They set up the string on the ground everywhere.
Oh,
The
so they
US, yeah, that's right.
walk through,
Yeah, that's right. US soldier with the gun.
bang on your head.
Operation. By chance, hit the string. The on the trap like it from the trees everywhere. They rock down on their face. Yeah.
Ah, and this, I know this one. So that go up, you walk through.
Yeah. So that's one, the door trap. You see, it had two parts, the upper and the lower. US soldiers, when they did military operation, if they wanted to get inside the house of the local people to look for Việt Còn, they normally they cut the door, they go inside the house to look for them. They know in that habit. Việt Còn, they make this trap. And then, sorry, you move.
That's okay.
Yeah. And they set it on the siding behind the doors of the house. At that time, the doors of the house still closed. The US soldiers with the gun, they cut the door, they go inside the house to pay attention to look for Việt Còn. They didn't know behind the doors on the siding. There was contact like it. This one suddenly the rock down. In case US soldier with the gun stopped after, he hit the door. The door might hit himself. But on the trap here, yeah.
So this is like a small representation of how things used to be. This is the like people making the spikes for the bamboo traps. They used to cut the bombs open to get the gunpowder, but they'd use water over it to make sure there was no sparks and bombs, and then they'd basically use the recycled metal from the bombs to make more spikes and stuff like that, because they only had bamboo at the time. And then this is obviously more representation of the shells and stuff.
They hit it underground. When the tank passed over the mine, it made the place similarly. You know, the mine.
So that's a landmine with, they used sticks for when the tanks go over them. That's how they activated them. It's pretty much like they were using medieval bloody tricks to be able to take out the American army. Well, I don't know if you've heard in the background, but yeah, it's AK time. Oh, why does that get me so excited? So I'm not quite sure how to set my camera up here. I mean, I've got my head strap with me, so I don't know whether to use that or try and like lean it on the side, but I don't know. I think maybe the head strap. But I want to see myself shooting the gun as well, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I'll have a think. This is also the time shooting an automatic rifle. I've only ever shot a shotgun. You know what? I know you're not going to be able to, but there was no, I know you think I'm going to be lying and I'm going to be bad, right? But there was no red holes in that sign before. Everyone was aiming for the left side, and I'm telling you now, they were fucking hit shots then. Woo, we don't mess about. Yeah, real guns. I don't know why. There's one thing that I'm really good at, and I don't know if it's in my DNA or not, but I'm telling you now, that target got absolutely blitzed. Everyone was like, you could see black bullets flying all over the gun. Oh, God, fucking mint that. So this is where they make the rice wine. I'm not sure how similar it was to the one that we tried at the fishing place, but I'm sure it's quite similar. I'm sure he said it was used from roots, not from rice. Do you know what? I'll go and ask. Go and ask Arman over here, he'll probably know. So they use rice to make this wine?
Yeah,
when I go to fishing park near to here, and they say they make with roots. Is that like same? You know, like from the bottom of plants?
The root that I think you know from the tapioca. Tapioca, they fry it into flour. They make something like that one from the rice.
From the rice,
they
yes.
also soak the rice about into the water about 3 hours or 4 hours, and they fry it into flour. They make the rice paper.
Rice paper, yes.
The plate you told me that from the root, that means from the tapioca root.
Yes,
They fry it
okay.
into flour. They make the cake or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the tunnel by hands only from 1961 to 1975. More than 250 kilometers of the tunnel underground with 3 layers. At that time, underground vehicle, they use a small oil lamp, flashlight on the candle. When they move down underground, if they heard the strange sound underground, they turn off everything because they worry U.S. Army use the tunnel, that means the soldiers from the other country, to get in the tunnel to try and kill them. They up this place, we go to the fighting bunker. Fighting bunker linked to the tunnel system. From there, you try to go down the tunnel. They open 100 meters of the tunnel for you to try. If you try 100 meters of the tunnel, please wait for me at the last assist the name of the bunker, the Army Medical Bunker. If you don't want to try 100 meters, the 20 or 40 or 60 meters of the tunnel, you come out, it's up to you. The tunnel size from fighting bunker to 60 meters, the 1.2 meter high, 80 centimeter wide, and the tunnel be smaller like it. When you try, you have to bend low. But from 60 to 100 meter tunnel, the tunnel size a little bit bigger than original size. If you try in the short tunnel, you have to crawl by the knee. Underground still not enough air to breathe. So when you try, if you have a heart attack or high blood pressure or disease difficult to breathe, you shouldn't try. And when you try, please be careful with your belongings, your sunglasses, your handphone, because if you drop them there.
So I don't know if I got it on camera before, but basically when they were making the tunnels, they'd have them zigzagged instead of straight. So if the US did manage to get to the tunnel and see down, they couldn't shoot them, or if they threw a bomb in, it'd obviously not be as bad. But this is obviously bigger than what it was, so they dig 3 meters down and then 10 meters apart, and they basically zigzag the tunnels through, so it was harder for them to get them when they did go into the tunnels, if they managed to catch them going into the tunnels. And he also explained that they'd use basically other nations' armies that were smaller people to fit down holes, because the Americans had no chance of fitting down because that's how small they were basically. There's another bomb crater there. Right, we're going in. Now, obviously, this is a lot bigger than what it used to be. And there'll be lighting down here, hopefully, so we can see. But if you're a big guy, you ain't fitting down here. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's pitch black now. Let me get my torch here.
This is 20 meters. Yeah. You can stop here.
Right, we're in the tunnels. We're handing through. As you can see, it is very small, and it gets smaller as we go along. So we will try and get as far as we can through this. See what we can do. Oh my God, hello.
Hello, this is 20 meters.
20 meters.
You want to get out here or go continue?
I go further.
Go further, come here.
Yeah. Oh, this way?
Yeah, go further, follow me. You want to go further?
This is mental, the fact that it was smaller than this as well. Oh, you can see why they all walk like this now. It's off, bloody hell, it's fast.
This is just they made us. How about you?
Yeah, we can finish here.
Yeah, okay, finish turn right.
I go up here?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh. Whew. Bloody hell, that was a bit of graft. How they did that. That is mental. The fact that the hole was even smaller than that, I cannot wrap my head around. Whew. Obviously we don't need to do the full 100 metres. You can see what it's like. You sort of get the picture. That is ridiculous. The only problem is now, I don't know where I'm going. Obviously the guide's gone to the end of the tunnel, but I'm not even sure how you bloody get there, because obviously you go through the tunnel 100 metres. It's only 40 metres, but it can't be this way. It's got to be this way. Well, I'm pretty sure he said to meet back at the medical bunker. So, oh my god, I'm sweating bean after that. You can tell I'm unfit, can't you? Bloody hell. Yeah, that is, I can't imagine how they did it when it was smaller. That is absolutely crazy. Sure. Guess that's another medical bunker. Bloody hell, where is everyone? I'm lost in the jungle.
Enjoy it? Have you done it?
Right, we've got the second part of the tunnel. It's only 20 metres, so it's gonna get dark again, guys. Maybe I should have given me bag.
Oh my god, we're going even more.
Lower?
Yeah.
We're going deeper.
Are you filming there?
Yeah.
No, I'm just focusing on breathing and not dying.
Oh, this isn't too bad.
Oh, right, we're going deeper. Deeper underground. You're like Bear Grylls. It's a bloody sweatbox, like. Oh. Let's go.
You right, Mum?
Yeah, just miss a step.
It is a bit bigger, this one.
I can stand.
And we are out.
No one can take, no one can change your freedom.
We made it. Alive. Oh my god, that is a workout and a half. You're only 20 metres, you're only crawling as well. Shows how unfit I am.
There you go.
I know.
They use the bamboo pipe connected to the tank.
So, when they used to cook down there as well, this is how they'd have the chimneys. So, as he said before, they'd only cook in the morning so that when the smoke would come up, it would basically look like fog and not actual smoke.
20 minutes into this one.
Yeah.
The last one, the peanut, sugar, and
Tapia
salt
root.
mixed together. When you eat, you dip with the mixture like it. It's good.
Yeah.
But during the war time, we didn't have this one.
Yeah,
We only have a tapioca. Try this, yeah.
Let me check some.
Thank you. Do you eat or just suck? Like you
Yeah,
chew and
eat,
swallow?
Yeah, this one, you eat, yeah, and swallow, yeah.
No.
You know, after the war in Vietnam, the rich family and the poor family the same. Everybody had to use this one for breakfast for lunch for dinner for a long time.
A bit like potato.
Yeah, it's like potato, yeah.
Actually quite nice, especially with the nuts.
Yeah. You know,
You know what he said is they didn't
from the roots,
they didn't have that
they
back
grind
then,
into
so
the flour.
we'll just go raw,
They
do you
use
know what I
the flour
mean?
to make the taste as well, yeah.
Peanut.
Peanut, sugar, and salt.
I mean, it doesn't taste the best. If you were starving, yeah, you could definitely eat it.
When you
Now we've got a short film about the VCOM winning the war, so I'll just show you little bits here and there. You don't want to watch the whole thing, do you? Everything been blown up.
into the earth. They even fired into schools, pots and pans, and even into Buddha statues. All the prosperous and rich villages of Kulti were destroyed by the bombs and bullets of Washington, D.C. Just like the Trang Lam village, they came in a stampede, charged into Kulti guerrillas region. Who are the Kulti fighters? They are little Trang Thi-gung, a small girl who lost her father, and in her a hatred, a want for revenge for her family, her country. And so many fighters with their faces appearing above ground, with their rifles and grenades, and over 100 attacks per day of those well-trained soldiers. But by counterattacks and ambush, those groups killed nearly 118
So that's just like
Americans.
a fucking little girl, basically.
Those are the fighters of Pham Van Khoi, well-trained and a love for his comrades, a hatred of U.S. bombs and bullets. He used his intelligence and rifles to destroy planes, using the right time to charge right into the enemy's hangout.
So this guy was awarded for blowing up tanks and taking out planes out of the sky.
With the
Essentially just
success
running
of
around with
killing
a bamboo
16
stick.
American soldiers, 3 tanks, Barney was awarded as the American Killer Hero.
American killer hero.
Also, there were Lottie Moe, the little schoolgirl, cute and gentle of the fields. Although she was weak, but through war, she had her decision and said to the men soldiers, "Wherever you go, I'll be able to go too." Sometimes she used rifles, sometimes grenades. 8 days continuously, she tracked down the enemy. In her first encounter with the enemy, she was awarded as American Killer Hero.
It's mental.
We made into deadly weapons with enough capacity to
Basically, the
destroy
land
tanks.
Kuchi, where one of the wars was, the Americans never got in.
The fighters had used their initiative
This
to
is them
make bombs
making
and bullets.
bombs out of the
They
old
made a wooden
bombs.
platform with bullets on it. They also made explosives and grenades to fly straight and kill the enemy. Bamboo traps which
Kuchi
used to
guerrillas.
be used for hunting animals now were used to hunt American enemies. Coming to Kulti, the Americans would always fall into these bamboo traps. Each trap is a trap for fighting. Every person is a soldier, a hero. That is the powerful force of Kulti guerrillas. Although they had to live in poverty, the Kulti inhabitants would not retreat and give way to 1 inch of their land. They were determined to stay and work, learning their father's saying, "A rifle in one hand and a plow in the other." The enemy attacked in the morning. They plowed the fields at night. The fields and canals were full of bomb shells, but overcoming tremendous difficulties, they continued to work so guerrillas could eat enough and win the war.
So as well as fighting a war, they were still farming and doing normal work to obviously produce food to eat.
Turned into a treacherous target for the Americans.
This is going on about when they moved underground. tunnels. Obviously the fights that went on, planting the bombs.
Everywhere there were bamboo huts or hiding places.
Someone getting wrapped up on the ground.
At night, they killed Americans. They were never afraid of hardships and always found ways to kill Americans.
So this is obviously the side from Vietcong. That's what it's going on about, killing Americans so much. That's like their side to the story basically. But it's explaining how in the day they'd hide and at night time that's when they'd go out and kill.
Everyone entered the circle to bathe and wash. And with the love of everyone, the life of gorillas in the circle were wonderful.
It's crazy how they still look happy as well. So yeah, hope you understood that to the best of your ability, just like I tried to. But no, do you know what? That was a really good experience, that, and the fact that it cost just, I think it was like 12 quid, 11, 12 quid for your transportation and a guide. I mean, you can come in on your own if you want for this 90,000, and you could just follow a guide round and listen to them talk, but do you know what I mean, with the transportation and everything, I was not riding a Del here. Probably would not have made it. But yeah, it's the end of the Chuu Chi tunnels, I guess. Head on back through the actual tunnel. Tell you what, I need a shower. Like, absolutely stank, and as you can see, sweating a bean, mate. Oh. So yeah, they've got like some museum bits as well, which I'm assuming all of these were actually used in the war, more thumpers. But we seen all that yesterday, didn't we? So I don't need to show you that again. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's only 20 to 3 and I'm bloody knackered. Oh, obviously I was up at like 7:30. I didn't really sleep that well, to be honest, but I wanted to do the early day because I thought if I did the midday, getting back dead late, definitely won't be able to do anything and it'll probably start raining. So yeah, we're gonna head back to the digs, get a shower, use the toilet and that. Probably have something to eat as well because I've not ate all day. And then I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I'm hoping we can get back out and do something. I mean, I might go and do something not vlogging, but let's be honest, that's never going to happen, is it? Everywhere I go I take the bloody camera. So yeah, probably take a walk back as well. I can't really be bothered jumping on a bike. I think it's like 15 minutes and the weather is a weathering today, so let's get on back. So it's mental how like there's crack on grafting, but there's nothing like stopping you from just coming onto the fucking sidewalk, walking along. Like, fucking mental. I'll tell you what, right, that is amazing. I've not seen one of these in my whole life yet, but I know exactly what it is. It's one of the machines that you basically put bottles or cans in and it pays you money back. Now, I know it's a bit easier said than done because you've got to have like an app and stuff like that, but if I was homeless or I didn't have much money and I was struggling, please believe I would be bottle collecting. Just going round and picking bottles up and putting them into that machine. You know, that is scary. The fuck? But yeah, I just thought that's pretty cool. I've never seen one before. Let's go in here. seem happy, but if he's giving a shit, I'll give him a fucking headbutt, I'll tell you that for sure. Hope he's being respectful. Start knocking fuckers out, you know what I mean? Right then, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been sat here for a long time. I've just been chilling for like 4 hours or something. Honestly, I don't know what is going on, but that tunnel wiped me out. Not like the tunnel itself, just the day. I don't know if it's because I didn't have much sleep and I woke up really early, or I'm just that much of a lazy bastard now that stumbling for a 60-metre tunnel puts me on my ass, which isn't good. But the F1's on in like 2 hours, an hour or something, so I'm going to nip out because I need to go to the shops anyway, and to be honest I need to ask the lady here if she does the washing. So yeah, I might as well bring you along, see if we find anything exciting along the way. So, as you can probably assume, I just ended up going for a massage, and I can't lie, that's probably the best massage I've had in Vietnam. They even extended it by like 10 minutes, which is amazing. But the problem is, now that means I'm missing the F1. The F1's on right now, for fuck's sake, I need to get upstairs. Watch, this is going to be the 1 year I don't go. Max is going to smash pole and he's going to smash the race, and you're going to have Lando and Oscar somehow not score points. And I'm not going to be there to witness it. This is the first time since I've been watching Formula 1. I don't think I watched the 2019 Silverstone Grand Prix. This is the first time since I started watching Formula 1 that I'm not going to be at Silverstone. I've been there the past 4 years in a row, and I've never watched it on TV. And now I'm sat watching it on my bloody iPad.
Fans have come flooding in this weekend.
Come on, Max. He's gonna do it. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Max.
This man can deny them.
Come on. Fuck it. Come on. Fuck it. Yes. Yes. Fucking come on. Well, well, well. How the turns table, eh? What did I say? I know points are scored on a Sunday, but that is how you stick it on pole position. Oh, I'm buzzing. He's going to win tomorrow anyway, I know he is, and I'm absolutely heartbroken that I'm not going to be there. Genuinely, if it wasn't like a 16-hour flight, I would be on a plane right now. If I was loaded, I'd be paying for a private jet. I'd fucking get on a helicopter or a fucking speedboat, mate. I can't believe it. Oh, just let me teleport once, please. What the fuck? Oh. Well, I made it to the bathroom. The one time you get to use teleportation, this is how far you get. Fucking great one, mate. Anyway, that is going to be the end of the video. Oh, what a good note to end it on. Oh my god, make sure you smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video and comment down below, baby. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.